Just at the moment Jack's finished stuffing his pockets, security arrived. They pointed their stun guns at him, starting to shout something, but he had already pressed the button on his watch-like device strapped onto his wrist. "Daredevil, say hello," he yelled as a flash of light made him close his eyes and a sharp smell of ozone filled his nose. As he opened his eyes, Jack found himself in a completely different place. Still a bit dizzy from the teleportation, he walked out of the toilet, where he appeared into the main hall of the arcade, which served as the gang's hideout. The room was filled with smoke, voices, and sounds of explosions and shooting which came from various arcade machines. Jack headed straight for his boss, who was standing behind the counter in the center of the arcade. As he walked, he pulled out an assortment of jewelry from his pockets and grinned. "What you think about that, boss? There was so much stuff all over the bloody place, and only 2 old men to guard it all." "Of course, museums always have good shit, that's why there is not many left," Boss chuckled. He took some of the jewelry and produced a small scanner from his pocket. As he ran it across the jewelry, his smile widened. "This shit is legit, real gold, real stones. You did a great job, son." Boss took the rest of the cash and tossed a couple of rings back to Jax. "Go have fun." Jax grabbed the rings and headed towards the bootlegger in the corner of the hall. Soon he fixed himself with a bottle of gin and was sitting at the machine playing Nuclear War Deluxe and watching cities evaporate at his touch. Life was good. Since those teleportation bracelets appeared, life became good for a lot of gangs all around the world. You just had to buy the coordinates of some museum or estate from one of the eggheads and you could swoop in and grab anything you wanted. Even safes and lockers didn't matter because you could grab the whole thing with you. Or you could spy on some rich fat ass and then blackmail him. That was always fun. Jax gulped some of the gin straight from the bottle. "Nobody can stop us. We can do whatever we like and the police is too slow to catch us." He knew Denver and laughed cheerfully as he watched the virtual city burn. Another one of the gang members, Dane, walked out of the toilet and gestured a couple of guys in there. He strolled over to Jax, looking incredibly pleased with himself. "Got a nice fat catch in there. That bastard didn't think I would get into his secret room. What a freaking moron. Could you please just shut up? I've nearly beaten my high score and—" Jax wasn't able to finish the sentence as the room suddenly filled with light and smell of ozone. A dozen of people appeared at the arcade. 2 of them opened up their SMGs, laying waste to the machines and gang members in the hall. Jax managed to drop to the floor right before the shot hit Nuclear War Deluxe machine, making it spray sparks all around him. Through the whale of smoke and fire which quickly filled the arcade, he could see people teleporting away with the boss's armor safe. They were gone in less than a minute. Jack struggled to his feet and saw Dane lying next to him in a pool of blood. He cursed and started walking to the center of the room. And at that very moment, look at the remaining daredevils, Jax realized that they were in no way unstoppable. Thousands of people all around the world could do the same thing as they did, and get right in their face in a flash of a second. The realization struck him, and he was now standing right in the middle of the burning arcade considering his options. He came to a conclusion. The boss rose from behind the counter, clutching a shotgun in his hands. "Those bastards, sons of bitches, freaking scum! Jax, gather up all the boys who can still stand. We're going to find them and pay them a visit." "Sorry, boss, I have some other plans." "What the hell do you mean? Do what I tell you, or—" But Jax had already pressed the button on his wrist. He appeared in the vault of the bank. It was a set of coordinates he had saved for a rainy day. Stuffing his pockets full of money, he thought that for the first time in his life he wasn't going to spend it all on booze and girls, and he was going to try and make the difference. He was going to find a way to stop this madness. At that moment the air suddenly filled with ozone again. Jax did not even have time to become surprised, as he was already staring into Daredevil's boss's eyes again. "You little shit! Thought you could be smarter than me?" he asked, lifting a baseball bat from the floor. "I'm going to make an example out of you." And then Jax's world went black.